Hey, what's up, FLP? Hey, what's up, Chris? Wait for a couple more people to filter in here. Hey, Frank. I had noise filtering up from upstairs. But yeah, I still have to do my experiment with the other camera yet too. I just got home a little bit ago, so it should be interesting. Uh, yeah, but I think next week I'm actually going to have a topic, or actually the next one I do, I'm probably going to have a topic. Hey, what's up, Just? Oh yeah, there's been a lot on my mind this week. Some of it I'm just going to keep to myself for right now, so everything calms down. Hey, what's up, Nina? And some of the other stuff that I had on my mind, which is positive stuff, probably talk about a little bit tonight. Like this weekend, I'm actually hoping to get the new camera setup going. If I can get it working, if not, there's a couple other things I'm going to try, but I'm going to try a different camera setup because actually the camera in the computer doesn't look too bad. I'm actually using the camera in the laptop right now. It's okay. You guys always tell me the sound's okay, so something to do there. Yeah, and if you guys have, I think all of you guys been into Finger Lakes Preppers chat and Southern Arc Homesteads chat. Southern Arc does her chat 7 o'clock Central, or for me, be 8 o'clock Eastern time. She does a great chat, and Finger Lakes Prepper on Friday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern. An excellent chat. Even though I'm not going to be there this Friday, I got a. Oh, that's right. It's at Prepper X. My bad, FLP. It's been a long day, dude. But yeah, go to Prepper X. Um, if Nina FLP, if you want to go ahead and slap the link up, go right ahead. But yeah, like I'm not going to be at Prepper X this Friday though because I have a previous obligation. That's right, because yeah, Finger Lakes did tell me that he's going to have a special guest. I don't know who the special guest is, so when I watch the replay of it, I'm gonna be just as surprised as you guys are. So there it is. The link at FLP or Finger Lakes Pepper just put up. That's the Pepper X channel. So check that out. You guys will love it. Love it. I guarantee you. Yeah, but some of the other things on my mind here is um, after way things are shaping up here is I think I just got some time freed up, so I'm actually gonna be able to go outside and do some stuff now for once because I started an outdoors channel and the only time you guys ever see me is I'm either inside doing a live chat or I'm walking around in the woods. Wait a sec, I missed something there. Oh, there you go, Chris. That's awesome, buddy. Yeah, Frank. I'm sure they're going to appreciate that, Frank. But get back to what I was saying is that since I have some time freed up, I'm actually going to be able to start doing some more outdoor stuff, which is going to be great. I still have some obligations to do, but after Friday, I'm going to have probably about 2 or 3 more barrel races, one or two tractor shows, Then after that, everything's going to drop off till October, which I'm gonna have a bit. I'm gonna have another huge one in October. Um, I do the photography for a barrel race for it's a benefit barrel race for Dreaming of Three. And what Dreaming of Three does is they send not only send a sick child to a rodeo. That rodeo is actually built around that child, and I had a chance to do that to go to the rodeo earlier this year. I've only ever done the photography at the benefit to do this. This year I got to see it go for full circle, and I'll tell you what, it's I knew they were an awesome group. They just absolutely proved it to me. I mean, Dreaming of Three is just a great group. Um, I've known Jackie, who is the head of Dreaming of Three. I've known her for a good number of years now, and me and her work well together. Me and her husband and her kids also work well together, and everybody else that is part of her crew. I know most of her crew. I already knew most of her crew before I even started doing this, so it's kind of like I'm like a perfect little fit for them now. But this will be the fourth year I've done that barrel race, and I mean it's always an honor to do that. I mean, what I'm going to try to do for that barrel race though is I'm going to take the GoPro with me, and I'm going to try to get some footage from that to show you guys like what I'm doing, and take footage throughout the day because that barrel race starts off. Actually, the barrel racing itself doesn't start till 1, but we start festivities for that like Friday. Because I'll probably be there Friday after work, and I'll probably be there till about 10, 11 o'clock at night. And we know they do exhibitions on Friday, and we have games. Like last year, they had a cornhole tournament, a couple, two or three other things going on. We had a little bake sale and a little like flea market thing going on. Hey, what's up, Jewish Prepper? But yeah, we always have a good time. Then Saturday we have since it's close to Halloween, we have a costume contest on Saturday. If the child is feeling up to it, we bring the rodeo child for that year out. So, or we just have a good time with it. Have an absolutely good time. Funny thing about it, FLP, my crazy rear end probably would. True story. Just talking about that. True story. I used to be a barrel racer myself, but I haven't really done any serious barrel racing for about 28 years now. Last year, I had a chance to actually make a competitive run again. It was another benefit barrel race where I was doing photography at, and they have what they call the Misfits class. Now, the Misfits class are for people who hardly ever barrel race or haven't barrel raced in a very long time. I fit in the very long time category. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I was just kind of joking around. I didn't think anybody would take me up on it. Well, the person who's putting the event on goes, good, I'll put you on max. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, whatever. Um, but I went in and made a run. I went in cold. I didn't have my glasses on, blind, on a borrowed horse with no practice. My only goal was actually go faster than 20 seconds. I pulled a 19.3, so and I came in third place. I was like, yeah. I don't necessarily got it anymore, but I hit my first goal anyway. Oh, that was a ball. And if I could find that video, I'll post it. It's I mean the run actually looks like a train wreck. I'll be honest with you. The run looks like a train wreck. But I had a ball doing it, and that was actually the main goal there. And I'm like, well, I've I know Max. If he thinks you're going to fall off, he's just going to come to a dead stop and wait for you to scut yourself back up again. But I tell you what, if I had a chance to do it again, you better believe I would. I don't know. I did that when I was younger, and I still get that adrenaline rush now. It's just most people get hooked on alcohol. A lot of people get hooked on drugs. Me, I got hooked on adrenaline. A good adrenaline shot, and I'm a happy guy. But oh, it's a ball. In fact, now I think about it, I know where that video is at. I have that video on my phone. Now, if I just figure out how to get it from my phone onto YouTube. Hey, what's up, Backwoods? Oh, I hear you, FLP. Oh, that sounds cool, Backwoods. I do the same thing. Oh, dude, don't feel bad. I do the same thing. I'll get to work on something, not be paying attention to time or what have you. Next thing I know, it's like I'll look up, I'm like, ooh, I'm late. Ugh. Good boy. Don't mind me. I'm seeing what my dog's doing. He's going to take a nap here, Mr. Zeus. Yeah, say hi to T Bear for me too. uh, but yeah, but over the last week I've been doing a lot of thinking and with time, but the way the time's going to free up for me, this is going to be cool. This is going to work out good. As it's going to be a bit before Z starts snoring, but we usually when he starts snoring, nobody else in the house is going to sleep. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I got a tractor show coming up here too. I belong to an antique tractor club. That's going to be coming up, and I'm going to try to get some video from that. Um, Depending on what happens, because our tractor club isn't doing the greatest right now, but we were still going to try doing some stuff and see what we can get. Oh yeah, JRP, shalom, buddy. Hey, what's up, Wes? Oh, that's cool. What you making? Yard salad? I missed something here, but okay. Hey, what's up, Will? Hey, Savage. Yeah, like a lot of you guys have been here before. For me, like especially on Tuesdays, I this is like a very loose deal. This is like my for a lot of people, I think it's like the decompression of the week. Just come in, hang out. Um, like the one I did, I think it was Saturday night, the Late Late Show. What we did, we talked about trucks the whole time. Oh, I see. I like them too. It's like it's when I can make it to them. I love them too, Nina. You come in, relax, have a good time. Hey, Cheryl, have a good laugh, and just be friendly. Well, how can I say this? Have fellowship with one another. that's what I like the most about a lot of these chats is we can build a fellowship, build a community, and really kind of get to know one another. Hey, Chipper, see you later, Chipper. Yeah, no, that's another thing. I spent if there's a pause, it means I'm trying to catch up on the screen over here, see what's going on. Um, the Prepper X thing, I think, is awesome, absolutely awesome. Um, the Prepper X is like a true community type of deal. Okay, Wes. Um, and that's like one of those, especially on the Prepper X channel, and that you find out who your friends are. You absolutely find out who your friends are. And I can tell you one thing about the Prepper X is everybody that's on Prepper X, including the people who founded it, are absolutely stand up people, hands down. FLP, Finger Licks Prepper, Nina, T Bear, everybody. Brett, I keep on leaving I keep on leaving Brett out, but Brett's part of FLP's panel. Everybody's just stand up. Everybody goes in there, just stand up. Great group of people. Hey Timo, what's up, buddy? And that's the other thing. That's the other thing I got to thinking about. I know a lot of people when they start doing this, they try to race to get monetized. I decided I'm not too worried about it. I mean, when and if I get monetized, I do, but I'm not going to make out the main goal. I need to get monetized. Not worried about it. I found out that when you worry about stuff like that and you keep you kind of drive yourself crazy trying to work to that end, that's all you're going to do is you're going to drive yourself crazy. I mean, whether you get there or not, you're just going to drive yourself crazy. And there's a goal that's not exactly the best goal in the world. It doesn't. It's great to make money, to get monetized, make money, get the super chats. Don't get me wrong, that is great. But if you did this for that goal to make money, you're kind of missing the whole point of it. Myself, I'm more looking at. I want to get my information out there. Usually, that's more with my videos. That get to know people, have fellowship with people, and just have fun. This is kind of like for me. This is just kind of like my hangout, my fun, my way of getting things off my chest. I mean, I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, there are people in here that are monetized, and I won't begrudge them that. In fact, I give to them whenever I can. It's just one of those things. If I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. Um, that's one thing I find out in life. I don't put too much stock into money. I, I mean, we all need it. Let's face it. We all need money. But to what end? I'm not a greedy person. I've always, hey Slappy, I've always found a way to get by. I don't make that much. I've always found a way to get by and make do with what I have without it going overbound. Actually, JRP, you're absolutely right. So, with that being said, though, I'm still kicking around the idea of starting a Patreon, but my Patreon isn't going to be. I want to set it up that if I do a Patreon, I'm just going to set it up. Everybody, it's just going to be. Let me start over on that. If I do start a Patreon, it's going to be everything on that Patreon is going to be $1. I'm not. I'm just using Patreon as a supplement for this. Everything's going to be $1. It is what it is. But it's probably about the best place where I can put documents at. I can't really put documents here, and not everybody here has Facebook. Well, not too many people here have Facebook. I'm not too sure, but um, that's like the best place to put documents at. From all the other formats that I've seen. If I could make it free, I would. Be honest with you, but Patreon says I have to charge something, so we'll do, Nina. We'll do. Hey, Preppington Door, how you doing, buddy? Uh, well, something got me thinking about FLP. Yeah, I was thinking about you today, FLP. When I was driving, and you said you're talking about the trip to your bug out location when you're driving through the Poconos, and there's like it's raining, there's rocks falling and mud and all. I went through. I didn't go through the Poconos today. I was down in Pittsburgh, but the one place I went through, it was just like that. Rocks falling, trees falling, mud going out all over the road. Oh, thank you, Timo. I tell you what, that was. Oh yeah, it it was insane down in Pittsburgh too. And the road I was on, they usually close it when it gets like that. They left it open. I'm like, what are you people doing? Yeah, but to what Timo said there, that mountain bike video I did, if oh, I can imagine because we're getting rain down here, and I bet you the falls down in McConnell's Mills, uh, Buttermilk Falls down by Beaver Falls, and as soon as it gets over to the eastern side of the state, I bet you Ricketts Glen is just roaring right now. But Timo brought up something that my mountain bike video. That was probably the most fun video I've made so far because I haven't done too much mountain biking in the last 15 years, if any. And there's a little section on that trail I call the roller coaster, and that's ACM. That's the reason why I quit mountain bike riding. That that major dip, used to have a lot sharper bottom, and oh, I was. When I did it 15 years ago, going down through there, that dip had a much sharper bottom. It was like literally like that. I come blowing down there, and I caught the front tire, and I like launched myself. Okay, no problem, FLP. I caught the wheel in the bottom of that, and next thing you know, I launched myself literally across the dip, face first to the other side. I'm like, okay, I'm too old for this.
I know I'm not supposed to be messing with my camera lock.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, that hurt. Especially somebody that had neck issues before I did that.
I know I'm not.
Oh yeah, I think I hurt for about a week after that. And the worst part about it is when I was younger than that, on my first mountain bike, I've done way worse than that. I mean, I've launched myself off of hills, wrapped myself around trees, um, had road rash a couple times coming home, and tire go like I hit something, tire go flat, and I ended up sliding down the road by about 50 to 75 yards, and go home, patch myself up, and go to school next day. Yeah, but I got that video on another tab there, FLP. I'll watch it as soon as we're done here. Yeah, but if everything if everything goes right, I'm planning on doing some mountain biking at some other places too. A little bit easier than behind my house, just to try to get my knees in shape, get myself back in shape, and I'll probably take the camera on that too. Um, for the main fact is, I found out what I'm getting for my birthday. I'm getting a hitch put on my Jeep, and when I get the hitch put on the Jeep, I'm getting a um, a bike rack for it. Oh, see, Cannondale's, it could be a first gen Cannondale, and it's a good bike. I mean, I've never heard anything bad about a Cannondale. And to give you an idea of what my first mountain bike was, it was a Huffy Scout. It was an early '80s mountain bike, 10 speed, full rigid. Yeah, that's what my Huffy Scout was. And if you ever watch any downhill they do now on those fully suspended mountain bikes, I was doing that on a rigid. Oh, and it's one of those things is on a fully suspended where it takes a lot of the bumps out, smooths everything out. It's not that bad. When you're doing it on a full rigid and you're going around a turn and the bike's only on the ground for maybe about a quarter of the time, and you're trying to like will it around the turn. Sometimes it just doesn't work out at all. Oh, you have one of those, Chris. Was that just an awesome bike or what? I mean, compared to what is out now, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but back then it was like I loved that. Exactly. And until you get into like some at speed and then the rough stuff, if you're like on mostly level ground or wasn't too wasn't too bad on the bumps, you could just plant the power on those things, just keep them going. Um, like that bike, the bike you see me riding now, that Mongoose fully suspended, that's a Walmart bike, and the rear shock on that, it has a shock on it. That's merely a suggestion to say, hey, there should be a better shock here because the problem with the rear shock on that bike is it's what they call friction shock, and it's not even good at that. It has like a piece of foam in it that's supposed to act like the fluid. Happy birthday, Cheryl! But that foam ain't any good, and the spring is basically a suggestion too. So what I did is I took it has an adjustable spring on it. I just cranked down on that rear spring with a if you know what a semi diesel oil filter wrench is, has like the nylon on it, like the really thick nylon. I wound it up on there, cranked it down, and used that, and I literally wound the spring on that shock until the rear end was solid. So it's basically more like a hardtail bike with a suspension front end now. And suspension front end isn't really the greatest either, but hey, night JRP. It's not the greatest either, but it's a lot better than what it was. Um, before I did that to the bike, when you start pedaling that bike, it would do what they call pogo, and you're actually using up almost all your energy to go forward, and the bike is going like this on you, up and down, and not really you're losing all your energy going up and down, hardly getting any energy going forward at all. And like Timo said, with those rigids, I can put since I wound the back end down, so it's a hardtail. I can plant the power a lot more effectively now than before. Because the other thing is if you weren't pedaling and you went over a bumpy section and that rear end was the way it would start to skip on you. And that's no good either, especially when you're going around a turn and the rear end's going bump, 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 bump. I did find a way to get around that, except I don't know if I can justify spending $200 to $300 to buy a shock to put on $150 bike that's only worth $25 now. So I'm like, huh. I'm like, for the price of the shock and the price of the bike, I can just turn around and just buy a bike that's actually a hardtail with a good hardtail with a good front suspension on it. Because what they do is they make a rear shock and a fork now that have lockouts on them. Don't take the major hit and still work like a suspension fork, but like little stuff when you're pedaling, it'll lock up and stiffen itself up so you're not doing the pogo thing anymore. So I mean, there's I can get that to stop and put like a good suspension on it, but is that cheap bike worth it? That's what I'm looking at. Um, that's one thing I want to say about that is if I had to do all over again, I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in Pennsylvania, Timo. Oh, that's I don't mind. I mean, I don't know if you guys see. Look up my OPSEC video. You guys will probably get a kick out of that because I don't really worry about it that much. I'm a semi-professional photographer, and like 2 or 3 thousand people know who I am by name. So it's like, well, we'll see about Arctic this winter. It was close to Arctic last winter. This winter, I'm actually hoping it actually gets there because we have usually in PA. Oh, that's cool. I'm on the other side of PA. 81 kind of goes up the central eastern side. I live over by Pittsburgh in the southwest corner of Pennsylvania, in Beaver County. Yeah, but here in PA, in this part of PA, we have 4 seasons. Last year we actually had a winter though, but the 4 seasons are usually spring, summer, fall, and mud. Usually the snow really Backwoods Law can probably verify this because he's not that far from me. Usually it'll there for a couple 2 3 winters. I guess you could say that. I won't say I'm too close to Kentucky. I have to go through West Virginia and a couple other things. But getting back to what I was saying about the winter, like the snow would stick around for about a day or two, then melt, and the process would be like that about 2 or 3 times. Like it snowed at the beginning of the week, it'd be gone by Wednesday, and by Saturday you're in mud up to your ankles. Then snow again on Monday, and it's just over and over and over again until everything's completely saturated and you can't walk across your yard without losing your boots. Oh, okay. Prepping. You're actually over by my uncle. My uncle lives over in a little bit north of you. He lives kind of like in, I think, central New Jersey or a little bit northern New Jersey. Doesn't take him too long to. Hey, what's up, T Bear? But but yeah, it's, me. I don't think it'd take too long for me to. I don't know where Backwoods lives, but if I did know where he lives, I'm thinking What did you say Backwoods? About 45 minutes from you, maybe an hour if you're like the very far corner. Hugs, T Bear. Yeah, so like if you ever see me being Backwoods Law, because usually the first thing I say to him is, especially like after all this rain, which I'm surprised I haven't said to him yet. Did you start building your ark yet, Backwoods? Because the rain we got today was just hellacious. And purple's another one. Purple doesn't live that far from me either. Like with the rain I had today though. Oh, I went through about four of them today, Backwoods. I was delivering down in Pittsburgh, and I'm like, I need a boat. Yeah, that road I was talking about with all the mud and the trees coming, well, tree pieces coming down on and water. That was Washington Boulevard down in Pittsburgh, and when it gets like that, they usually close it and they left it open. Oh, I hate that. That happened to me over at Shady Side, walking back to the truck and up to my ankles in water. Oh, that's cool, FOP. Did you tell him we all said good night to him too? Oh, you leaving, Wes? I'm not going anywhere yet. Heck, I still got about 25 minutes to go yet here. No, we're saying good, Wes. We're saying good night to FLP's kids. Squirrel Chaser and what's the nickname of the other one? FLP. We got Squirrel Chaser and who else? Ah, Miss Shell. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you have to watch. I have to watch that because I like how everybody's saying hi to everybody in here because they're like doing like multiple highs on one thing. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, got that copied. What I'm going to do is I'm still going to talk here, but I'm going to go into Word here and slap it in Word. Oh yeah, we're going to try something while you people are in here too. Um, I wonder how music will come through on this if my Word ever opens up. I like my one. Actually, I'm one of the weirdos. I like my Windows 10, but for some of the stuff it opens, it takes forever to open it. And there we go. Here I am. Okay, Wes, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for coming. Hey, what's up, Keisha? Oh, it's okay. This is just fun time chat anyway, so we can decompress, joke around with each other, just have fun and have some good fellowship with each other. So, but another thing that I'm thinking about doing when I go on vacation, I'm going on vacation in September. And I told you guys before that I don't think I'm gonna be doing that 5 day hike now. See, that happens to me all the time, backwoods. That's why I'm just like, okay, I gotta watch that. But one thing about doing is sometime over my vacation in September, I might have a little get together. Nothing major, not like a major gathering. Just like if you're like in this side of Pennsylvania, or if you're out this way, just like a couple hours, sit down, chew the fat, talk to each other, something like that. So I'll keep you guys posted on that because that'll be in about I'll be going on vacation in about a month, so I'll let you guys know. But and the reason I'm kind of I'd like to do that. You sound like me, Nina. I need a vacation with lots of rock star. It is getting shorter backwards. I think last night it was before 8 o'clock. The sun was down. See, that's what I'm thinking. Is the first weekend of my vacations when my club's having a tractor show, but I don't think I have anything going on the following weekend. And where I was thinking about having it at, and I want to try working some details out, is at maybe at Marine State Park in one of the shelters. And I said nothing major, just either that or maybe even a restaurant. Have it at a restaurant someplace over around Butler or Butler, Cranberry-ish, something like that. Uh, Maybe even Zillionople, because it's, some of the people that be coming, that'd kind of like be a good midway point there. Um, I actually have to look at my calendar for that. Let me pull West and look at my calendar here real quick. I'm thinking maybe the 22nd of September, something like that. And as I said, this is just a thought I had just within the last couple of days. So there's still some things I want to try to work on there to probably would be good for everybody, so to speak, or whether I just want to have it at Moraine State Park, and because the weather should still be good then. And um, I know on the one side of the park's always busy. The other side of the park, I think it's the South Shore, doesn't get hardly that busy at all. And there's a ton of shelters over in the South Shore that hardly ever get used. Oh, I'd love to have you, Timo. Okay. Hey, Juanita. I'll let you guys know probably. Oh, I'm thinking maybe Saturday night. What date would work? I'm taking a guess at it. For the life of me, I think our show is the weekend of the 15th and 16th. Actually, I can tell you that right now. What's time? Yeah, our tractor show is from the 14th to the 16th. So yeah, it'd be the 22nd. 22nd is definitely it. Well, usually I have a planner, but my planner's out in the Jeep right now because I had to get some phone numbers for some contacts for some of the people I do photography for. So I never got it out of the Jeep yet. Yeah, where would you be coming from, Timo? If you don't mind me asking. Well, so you call it old timers. Okay. Actually, let me see. I was down through there about I don't leave the state too much, but I was down through there. A buddy of mine lived. I don't know if you ever heard of Belvedere, North Carolina. All four buildings of it. Yeah. So you call it old timers backwards. We call it sometimers. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you, Tim. That's cool. Oh, with Belvedere, you're not down North Carolina. You're not missing much. It's not. You didn't miss much, Nina. You're gonna hear me talk about where a buddy of mine used to live at in North Carolina. It's called Belvedere, and Belvedere isn't really that far off the coast. There's like all these little, uh, right by his property. One property line is actually Slackwater River that comes out that um, rises and falls with the tides. That's how close he is to the shore. And Belvedere is all of free punch and I may be able to pull that off. Maybe. But Belvedere consisted of four buildings. There was his house. There's the closed down ice cream stand that he says been there for the last 50 years in his front yard. Possibly. On one side of his house was the general store. The other side of his house was the was a pretty ritzy restaurant, and that is Belvedere, North Carolina. All four buildings of it, and I was in all four buildings. Oh, definitely a sweet tea. Oh man. Oh no, we may be able to have coffee there too, Nina. You never know. Never know. Listen, you guys are talking about coffee, and I had some. I almost got something a couple months ago that would help you with the coffee. It's an IV stand. Now, if you can figure out how to put coffee or Pepsi in an IV stand, and I could drag it around with me all day with just a thing in my arm, I'd be happy. I'd be happy guy. Nothing stands between Nina and her coffee. Oh, talking about the pies and stuff like that. Right down the street from me now, they're starting to sell. Well, the Amish are starting to sell their donuts and their pies right down the street from me now. And I don't know how many of you guys have ever had an Amish donut. A fresh Amish donut. especially when the donuts are literally about that big around. They take up a plate. Oh, those things are so good. Aren't they prepping? Oh, we're over Poorsville um, last weekend. Well, see, everybody thinks Lancaster, Pennsylvania is Amish country. We have just as much or more Amish out here north of me than there is over Lancaster. And when you go over to Ohio, you find a ton more of them. And I'm not that far from the Ohio line. I mean, I could be in Ohio in about 20 minutes. Never had a cherry Kool-Aid pie. That sounds interesting. Oh yeah. See, I'm working in Newcastle like I do. Every once in a while, I'll go north of like on Friday, I'll be going north of Newcastle. Actually, I'm going up into Mercer County to that barrel race because it's at a friend of mine's house that they're having this barrel race at their bar. Hey, what's up, backwoods race? What am I talking about? Spicy. Oh man. I like that knife you built, Spicy. That is sweet. But when I was going to her place up in Mercer County, I passed like three of them on the road, um, going down the road in their carts. I mean, and their whole property is surrounded by Amish people. And that, I think when I was taking pictures there, they had like half of the Amish community. I'm not sure, Just Dave. I'm not too sure. I don't think I'm too far from it. But up at the barrel race, the last one I was at, yeah, up in Mercer County, barrel race I was at up there, half the Amish community was there watching the barrel race. Oh, we had a ball with each other. Yeah, up in Mercer County, that barrel race I was at is over by Stoneboro. Oh, that's good, Timo. See, this time of year, I still tend to eat like a horse, but right now I'm down to about. Actually, I'm underweight right now. I'm down to about 145 pounds. I like to be up around 160, right around in there. But when it's hot out in the summertime, I can't keep weight on to save my life. Oh, that sounds like that'd be fun, Timo. See, I was out around Lancaster a couple times too, and that's a nice area out there. I like it out there. Um, one thing I want one thing I want to do next year is in May. I'm gonna try to again this year anyway. Is I want to get back out to Hey Tubi. I want to get back out to Ricketts Glen State Park. That place is just awesome. I love that place. And Ricketts Glen is kind of like Watkins Glen. It's just full. In fact, I think Ricketts Glen has more waterfalls than Watkins Glen got. Watkins Glen has what, like about 4 or 5 major waterfalls in it. I know Ricketts Glen has. I've been there two other times before. It has 24 major waterfalls on that side of the mountain, and when you go to the other side of the mountain, there's another 18 over there. And that's the first time when I went over to the other side of the mountain. That's not state park. That's just game lands over there, so it's not really maintained that great. Hey, what's up? Welcome back, CM. That's the first time in my life I have no problem going out in the woods by myself. that's the first time getting down along that one creek down there. That's just like maybe I should have somebody with me because this is just nuts. Yeah, there's a creek around here that's called Slippery Rock, and it's a fairly. They actually call it a small river. Sullivan Run, which they also classify as a creek, makes Slippery Rock on its worst day look like a trickle. That's how nuts that gets there. Yeah, slimy pebbles. Or as they say down in Pittsburgh, Slippy Rock. Not Slippery Rock, Slippy Rock. Hey, Ian's going down Slippy Rock in that. Oh, but I have a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun down McCall's Mills though. Yeah, Ian's, Ian's your land. Sorry for the Pittsburghese there, but yeah, it's what's kind of funny there backwoods is there for probably about a couple months because I was going there almost every day there for a while after work because I only live like five. I only not live. I work 5 minutes away from there. The Rangers were coming to me because I knew the park better than they did. They were all rookies though, but I knew the park better than they did. Do you know where this is at? I'm like, yeah. You want? Are you going to walk or are you going to drive? Actually, oh, your bridges at Acquired there. I was actually there a couple months ago, and I parked instead of driving the whole way down the Ecker Bridge. I parked up at Breakneck Bridge, and this group of kids got out of the car, and the first thing they did is they tried scrambling. I'm like, no, get up here. You fall down over that hill. I ain't dragging your ass back up out of there. And I'm like, if you knew how many people I drug up out of that hole. But yeah, that was about the Rangers I was telling you about. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. They were all rookies, and they're. I think most of them are still there. The ones that they started because I think what they do is Marines. McCall's Mill is actually the office for McCall's Mill is actually over Moraine. Those Rangers there will do Moraine and McCall's Mills, and they kind of there's not that much really that goes on McCall's Mills like there is at Moraine over the summertime. So they send the rookies over McCall's Mills so they can kind of get their feet wet. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Slippery Rock Creek ain't no joke in and of itself. I've lost friends in there that they've never found. There's a wicked undertow, and once you get caught in the undertow, there are. Talk to you later, Chris. Once you get in the undertow, they found caverns and all kinds of stuff under in that creek, and the divers when they hey, what's up, HDP? I know when they send the divers down, they actually have the divers tethered, and a lot of not going to say a lot of times, but if, I know like the especially over around Breakneck Falls. I mean, those are just sheer. Some more sheer closer over by Mill on both sides of the creek, especially especially up at the climbing area. And I mean, the whole area down there along the creek is just rugged as rugged can be. Oh yes, we are. Yes, we are spicy. I mean, if it keeps raining the way it, if I keep running into rain like I had today, I'll probably have an ark built by the end of the week. I'll need it. What kind of diff is it, High Desert? Yeah, because some of them can take it for a little bit. Some of them, yeah, not so much. Ah, okay. I'm starting to look like a duck. Oh yeah, which is kind of funny you say that, T Bear, because usually when I'm delivering, and like today it was raining, I'll come walking in the door to look at me and says, "That weather out there ain't even fit for a duck." Maybe a fish, not a duck. No self-respecting duck would find himself in that. No, no way. Yeah, in fact, I just got an idea. You guys probably see the smoke rolling out my ears. I think I might take the GoPro down to McCall's Mills tomorrow, down by the mill, over the dam, because usually right through there will tell you how high that creek is. And I've been down there, like I went down there late winter, early spring after we had that one major. We had snow for a while, then we had like a major thaw where we almost lost it all in like 2 days. It was. I've never seen water come down Slippery Rock like that before in my life. That was just wild. Um, Over the dam, usually the water, like you could look into the water off the one catwalk and see the top of the dam. It was coming over there so high. It's probably 3 foot over the dam, and the dam usually has a step down. The water's coming off of that so hard that it was completely jumping the first step and just hitting the bottom. Oh, that's not good, but could be fun though. I imagine your HTP because like it's the whole eastern side of the United States right now. I think it's getting pounded. I mean, Zeus is sleeping. He's growling at something in his sleep. He must be having a dream. You having a dream, there, buddy? He just looked at me like, "Yes. Why did you wake me up?" Oh, but yeah. The other thing, there's like another. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Leave me alone. Pretty much, that's what he pretty much say. He looked at me like, "What? Why? Why are you doing that?" Yeah, but another thing I want to do is I like to take the GoPro, get down to Buttermilk Falls, and see how hard that one's flowing too. Um, Buttermilk Falls is down by Beaver Falls over by Homewood, and it's actually not that hard to get to at all. If you ever jumped off the Beaver Falls exit off of the Turnpike, it's literally right there, and it's like a 1/8 mile walk back to the falls. That's all the bigger that little Buttermilk Falls natural area is. You know, it's a nice little area. Like the last time I was there, the water was so low that uh, you could go up top and like look over the falls, and then there's like a little path that kind of goes unofficial path that goes by the falls, but it was so low. And I had my rubber boots on. I just walked out across the water, across the top of the falls, and went up the stream a ways. I mean, the falls at that point, it was a drought year. The falls at that point, which usually have a good amount of water, was barely even a trickle. It was like dripping off the ledge. I'm like, okay. Hey, what's up, Thomas? Not yet, Lakeisha. I haven't heard anything from Dash. If you're thinking the way I'm thinking, I was going to take after I got done here, which is going to be in a couple, 2, 3 minutes. Oh, okay. He did post this morning. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I guess I'm not getting. I guess I'm not getting my notifications again from him. But I think after I take my shower, I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to shoot him an email just to see how he's doing. Like I shot FLP email last night, so just touching base. But glad everything's in one way. I'm kind of glad that everything shook out the way it did. I'm actually kind of liking that. You kind of know where you stand with everybody, and with everybody in here, I know where I stand with them, and you guys are the greatest. You guys are the absolute greatest. I love you all. Night, Slappy. And yeah, with that said, I'm gonna have some time getting freed up here. So, and this Saturday night will probably be. Oh, once I do the after show, which I want to talk to Wes. I'll have the rest of the week to go talk to Wes. And you guys are the greatest. But after everything had happened, I think I'm just going to kind of take it easy on Saturday nights. Oh, I'll be praying for Dash in. No, hopefully he keeps himself level. I'm pretty sure he will, but I'll be praying for him. After everything else that's went on, that could be. You're not the only one, Timo. Yeah, this Friday I'm going to be at the. I've already told FLP I'm going to be. I have a photography obligation I have to take care of. Night, CM. And actually, we're about 10 minutes past the hour here, so I think I'm going to get going as well. But hey, I thank you all for coming. You guys are the greatest. I love you all. And until my next one, I'll be tomorrow night. I'll be in Southern Newark. Probably Sunday night if Wes has one. I'll probably be in that, and I'm going to be in Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night. I'm going to be in. I'm going to try to make it to Spicy. Spicy's a little bit early for me, but and if I can make it, I make it. If I can, I can. Usually by 8 o'clock, I have all my stuff done. The 7 o'clock one for me, it's a little early, but as I said, if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. Happy birthday, Lakeisha's Hub. But I'll talk to y'all later. I thank you all for coming, and I'll probably be seeing you guys once or twice in the next couple of days. So I'll talk to y'all later. Night, everybody.